Hello ladies and gents, welcome back. This video is my preview video about the ATP Masters tournament at Rome. It's this year's last Masters tournament on clay. We have a field that is packed with great players. Almost everybody is there. When I look at the draw, I didn't see Casper Ruud's name. I don't know why. Maybe he will get a wild card or something, but maybe I was wrong. I didn't see his name with my two eyes at least, but we have all the other greats here, and this tournament had just started. There is a match now that are still playing. It's between Filip Krajinovic and Aliassime. They are in the deciding set, and Aliassime leads 5-4, and Krajinovic about to serve to hang there in this deciding set, and we will see what will happen. I will not be shocked if Aliassime loses. He has had some great opportunity in this match, but somehow Krajinovic always managed to break back, and we all know why, because Aliassime is super inconsistent. He had a big lead in the second set, 4-2 and 3-1, but failed. He had 5-3 and was serving for the match, but got broken. So with that said, I'm gonna go into the draw. This is the last preparation for French Open, this tournament at Rome. One of few Masters that I like. I like all of the Masters, but this has a special place in my heart. I've seen many great matches here, especially the 2006 final between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. It was at the time when they played 5 sets. I think it was maybe one of the last tournaments that they played 5 sets. But that was an epic, one of the greatest clay court matches of all time. Maybe the best clay court match outside the French Open, in my opinion. Rafa is here to collect his 10th title here, to make it a double digit. He has lost 2 finals here against Novak Djokovic. We have Novak Djokovic on the top half of the draw. He has played 10 finals here. He has lost 5 of them. He won. He's a defending champion, and he lost the final in 2018 against Rafael Nadal, where he got bageled. And I don't know. This year is gonna be very exciting to see everybody here, how their form and how they will play the last preparation for French Open. I'm very excited to see. We have Dominic Thiem, Tsitsipas, Rublev on the top half of the draw. We have Nadal, Zverev, Schwartzman, Karatsev, Medvedev on the bottom half of the draw. Nadal is seeded as number 2, and Novak, of course, as number 1, because he's the world number 1 on the ranking. So this tournament is all about to get in shape into the French Open, and Nadal and the other 7 top seeds are getting a bye in the first round, so they are entering the tournament in the second round. And to stop with the top half of the draw, we have Novak Djokovic. He's gonna play against the winner of Taylor Fritz and then the man Evans. If he managed to win that match, he will probably face Dimitrov. He has some qualifiers on his way, but with Dimitrov, you never know. He can crash out. It's not a government secret that he's one of the most inconsistent players on tour. It's no government secret that Nadal is the best clay court player of all time. So we don't have to go into that. And if Novak Djokovic manage to defeat and get to the quarterfinals, he will probably face the young Greek Tsitsipas, who has Bublik, I think, in his first one. He's facing some other dude. If Bublik wins that match, I think he's meeting Cilic. If he wins that match, he'll play against Tsitsipas. So Bublik, Tsitsipas, a great second round match. After that, I'm not sure if Tsitsipas gets through. He has his first big test, and that will probably be Matteo Berrettini, who plays the final today at Madrid against Sasha Zverev. This huge Italian with a huge serve, with huge forehand, with rock solid backhand on both both from when he's slicing the backhand and when he hits it flat. That's the area has improved a lot. I will not be surprised if he takes out Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas needs to have more first serves in. He needs to be better on his serving. He needs to be better on his returning to actually take out Berrettini. But Berrettini, you don't know. I haven't seen him super consistent. He has done a tremendous tournament at Madrid. If he wins that or loses that, he has still done a great job. But then he's going to enter the Rome on home soil. That will probably give him an extra boost. So if he can reach the second round, and he will probably give Tsitsipas a good run over his money. But I think that Tsitsipas will maybe take this one. And then if Tsitsipas managed to get through Berrettini, I think that Novak Djokovic is waiting for me in the quarterfinal, because Novak's draw is not that super hard, like I mentioned, with those players he's gonna face. He will have a cakewalk, I think, into the quarterfinals, Novak Djokovic. On the bottom half of the draw, we have the undisputed clay court king, the man from Mallorca, Rafael Nadal, who meets. He has also the first tough test against Sinner. But Yannick Sinner, we have seen him. Many players have hyped him so much. I've seen the good part of his game. I've seen the bad part of his game. He still does too many unforced errors. We have seen the match against Nadal, that Nadal is expert of taking care of these players with huge, how do you call it, flaws. He takes advantage of his opponent's weaknesses. So Nadal will know exactly what to do to get through Sinner. And if he get through Sinner, I think that he will make Shapovalov, a guy that I mentioned like 2 years ago. I have both hyped him after his maiden tournament victory at Stockholm Open, a final that I was there on place. I watched the match. Then I have slaughtered him in many of my videos. I have called him Santavalov. I was actually the first one to mention his name as Santavalov, and I only do that because he is not consistent. He has so much great tennis potential, so much tennis in him, but his mind, he doesn't know. He goes for the winner all the time. He doesn't keep his cool. He doesn't think. He hesitates too much. That's why I think he hasn't taken that last step. Tennis is all about mental approach also. And we have the bankable players. The bankable players, who are the bankable players? The only players that I can bank, that I will leave a deposit and think this money is safe here, and that's Nadal, and the other one is Novak Djokovic. Those are the safest player to bet your money on, but you won't get any interest in that money. That's because they are so inconsistent. The consistency is there received. All right. After that, probably he will face, if Zverev takes him there, he will face Alexander Zverev, I think, who can collect another Masters today. Later on, he can meet Nadal in the quarterfinal, and the clay court surfaces here, contra to the clay court surfaces, the high altitude, the fast clay court of Madrid. This is a total different story, guys. Now Nadal will have time. Now Zverev won't have so many free points in his serve. Nadal can actually wear and take him apart in this clay court tournament. The ball will land perfectly in Nadal's striking zone. His big cuts, his super top spin will affect Zverev's defense in this tournament. But Nadal is a player that doesn't check in. He always checks in mentally. He doesn't check out. Zverev has that problem. So he knows that Zverev. That victory against Nadal at Madrid is where he had his best chance of defeating Nadal on clay. And other surface is another melody, of course. All right, who do we have more? So I'm gonna go into my top 5 candidate very fast here, because I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Dominic Thiem's draw also. He starts out either Fuskovic or it was some other guy, I forgot his name. And in the third round, he will face, I think, De Minaur again, that he defeated at Madrid. De Minaur, if he does his job, if he plays consistent from the baseline, if he take care of his opponent's returns, because he doesn't possess a great serve either, this Australian Spaniard guy. And then team will probably face Rublev in one of the quarters. If Rublev can take him to the quarters, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. That will be a great achievement for him. So I don't know. All right, my top 5 candidates on this is not dependent on the draw, because some people can end up in the semifinals. If you will understand when I present my 5 candidates here. Number 5, Stefanos Tsitsipas, because he has played rock solid. He lost against Casper Ruud at Madrid, but these fast surfaces didn't benefit him so much. He didn't get rewarded from his serve. He didn't play clutch in the clutchest moment, and Ruud made a terrific match. It's small margins here, so if Tsitsipas is not on top, he will not advance so many rounds here. That's why I take him as number 5 on my 5th place. And then I have Zverev as my 4th candidate. He has played some consistent tennis lately. He is in the final today at Madrid. If he comes to the quarterfinal, he will face Rafa. His journey will end there. These 5 players that I mentioned, those are the players that I think has the biggest chance of winning the trophy. Then we had other players on the other section of the draw. I'm gonna go into the quarters later. And on my number 3rd spot, I have Dominic Thiem, because he has never won here. He has never been in the final here, actually, to be honest, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a tough task for him. He's on a mission here. It will be a challenge for him to get through. And if he gets through, he can reach the quarters. But after that, he will probably face Novak Djokovic. And we will see what happens with that matchup. All right, on my 2nd spot, this is the player that I think will have the 2nd best chance of everybody on the field to win this trophy. And it's the 5th-time champion, Novak Djokovic. The world's best all-round player, the most consistent player from the baseline. Together with Rafael Nadal. He has a great serve. He has better serve than Rafael Nadal. He has better shot tolerance than Rafael Nadal now. But Rafa has more weapons. Novak doesn't hit so many winners nowadays. He's more relying on taking his opponents out of position, making him do unforced errors. And of course, sometimes he pulls the trigger. Novak is a chess player. He's smart. He's tactical. He's a guy that you have to do something extra to win against him. It's not a government secret. It's not a secret that it's not a secret why he's so great. He barely have any flaws. His returns, the length in his shots, the depth in his shots from the baseline are amazing. He just hit the lines all the time, and that makes it not easy for his own opponent to strike, because they don't have the time. And Novak takes the pace from the opponent to his advantage. He shrinks the court to his advantage. And Federer is the opposite with his first strike, ultra-aggressive tennis. And Nadal, he has won 9 times here, lost 2 finals against Novak. They have met in 5 finals. Nadal is up 3-2. Djokovic won the last one. No, Nadal won the last one. Of course, he bageled the Novak here in 2018. Was what in 19? Let me see here. It was 19, I think, because they played this tournament last year at just before French Open. I think it was in September or something like that. All right, where Diego Schwartzman had a good run and came to the final. He knocked out Rafael Nadal, perhaps his best performance in his career. And on the bottom half of the draw, we have Diego Schwartzman in one of the sections that can reach the quarters. And I think that he will reach the quarters against and will meet Karatsev, because I don't think that Medvedev will gonna go through he will either lose to Karatsev or someone before that. I am not super impressed with Medvedev on clay. We have talked about this before. He's not his shot, his unorthodox style with flat shots doesn't get rewarded on clay. He has actually, I think, have you ever passed the first round at French Open? I'm not sure. Free feel to comment down below if you know the answer. I'm not gonna Google it up, but that's just my feeling. So Medvedev, I don't know. He has a great serve. He can still win many points on his serve, but it's easier for his opponent to read this game on a slower surface. That's why, because on hard courts where is and indoors where it has caused the most damage, he doesn't give his opponent so much time. Everything comes so quick when he trades from the baseline with the pace and flag shots and different approaches and how he moves on the court. You can't read this game, but on clay you have time to read this game, and that's why I think he has not been so successful. So successful on clay. But I don't know. I will not be surprised if he reaches the quarter. I will not be shocked. But then again, he has to face either Zverev or Nadal. Nadal knows how to handle guys like Medvedev on clay. I don't know if I have ever met on clay, but I'm just assuming that. All right. So the quarterfinals: Nadal, Zverev, the first one. Second one, Schwartzman, Karatsev. And then we have Djokovic against Tsitsipas, team against Rublev. I think that Nadal will play against, I will be bold there, I will say Schwartzman. And Djokovic will face team in one of the other semifinals. So I have already said my 5 candidates that I believe in most here. That's Nadal, number 1, Djokovic, number 2, team on number 3rd spot, Zverev on the 4th spot, and Tsitsipas on the 5th spot. Upset alert, I don't know. I'm very interested if Ruud enters the tournament. If he enters the tournament, I believe that he can reach deep, but I haven't seen him in none of the section. Maybe he will get a late wild card after the, I don't know the status there. So other players like Goffin, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to mention any upsets alerts here because it's so very hard to predict. Everything is so difficult nowadays. I think it's enough with this, and Nadal will be the champion. He will lift the trophy. It will be 2-digit number for him here, and that's all, folks. I don't have anything else to say. Take care and bye-bye.